welcome to this mantra meditation. I've been feeling myself really constricted and like I'm kind of hitting my head against the brick wall lately. And so it's really made me wonder why that is, of course, and what I could do about it. One of the things that we can do about that is to take our mind away from the obstacle, take our mind away from that brick wall. It gives us a bit of a reset to take that step back, look at the bigger picture, and then step back up to it and see what's changed. This is something that I've learned from rock climbing. When we're climbing up a wall, when you're in the middle of the story, the middle of that wall, sometimes it's hard to notice where to put your hands, what hold to grab, or what's even available to you. But when you step back, you maybe not right off the wall, but you step back and you look up at that place, just like in our real world, the real life here. When we take a step back, we see a bigger picture, and things become more clear. We might have been really stuck somewhere, but yet there is this one thing right here that's maybe this hold, right, for the climbing, or maybe it's this one thing that we're just not seeing in our eye that is there to actually help us. It'll make it so much easier. But if we had never taken that step back, we might never have seen that, and we might have just struggled and struggled and struggled. And so if you're feeling a little bit like me right now, where you're just feeling like you're really hitting your head up against a brick wall, like maybe you're not, making enough money, or maybe you're struggling to meet a friend or connect with a community, or whatever this obstacle is that you're facing right now. Let's take a step back. Let's chant to Ganesh and see what can happen when we just pause what we're doing and no longer engage in that trauma. And so we'll start our japa. If you have a mala and you want to get comfy, you can follow along on your mala with me, or you can simply just chant along with me, or you can just listen as well. You don't even need to say the words. And we'll begin. Om Gan Ganapataye Namah. 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 Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Sharanam Ganesha. Sharanam Ganesha. Sharanam Ganesha. Let that quietness surround you. Feel the mantra reverberate in the mind. Let it sit there, resonating within you as long as it can. If you feel it continuing to resonate, that's wonderful. If you feel your problems, your obstacles returning, then it's always wonderful to repeat the japa again. We'll take a moment here. So we chant to Ganesh because he teaches us lots of lessons. Just looking at the symbolism of Ganesh, this elephant-headed deity, he's filled with symbolism. He's got those big ears for us to understand that listening is very important. He's got very small eyes, very keen eyes, to show us that we should be perceptive but wary of what we see. He's got a small mouth that says, talk less. He's got the trunk of action. He lifts it up and to the left. He says, do the work. No elephant does this, unless they're using their trunk. They don't sit like that. Ganesh sits with his trunk to the left, and he points to a bowl he's holding in his left hand of sweets. When you do the work, you get the sweets. He says to take your time. He's big. He's got that big belly. Elephants don't move fast. They move slow, but they move deliberately. When they decide it's time to go, they go. When they decide it's time to wait, they wait. Nothing really moves them. And so Ganesh teaches us many of these lessons. He also teaches us that his vehicle, the mouse, the little mouse that always hangs out underneath that bowl of sweets, that when you ride your vehicle, this mouse, that Ganesh shows us that you don't really need to go very far, because an elephant riding a mouse is not going to go very far. And that mouse, that vehicle, it represents our mind. Our mind runs 1,000,000 miles this way and then this way, and it's always got a story to tell, and it's always got something to say. And it's usually not something that's particularly valuable. And we often identify with this voice inside the mind. But who then is listening to that voice? So we can't be the voice. The voice is simply there trying to help us. As soon as you realize that it's there to help you, then you can actually tell it that, hey, this is not helping me. You're thinking too much about this obstacle. You're getting too caught up in the drama. We need to take a step back. We need to look at this with fresh eyes, fresh ears. We need to talk less about this, and we need to listen more about it. And then when we see what it is that we're actually going for, then we need to go forward with that, with all of our effort, all of the practice, all of the sadhana. Because when we do, we will get that sweet. We'll figure out our way over the obstacle. We'll be able to achieve what it is we're trying to achieve, and we won't be held back by the things that are preventing us from moving forward. So this is why we chant to Ganesh. We'll close with a mantra, one that I'm still kind of learning, so you can please forgive me if it's mispronounced just a little bit. But this is a mantra to Ganesh to talk about his curved tundra trunk, and his mighty body. The radiance is equal to 1,000,000 suns, and asking him to remove the obstacles in our way. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suyakoti Samamprabha Dirvignam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarusha Sarvada. Sharanam Ganesha. Om Shanti.